well, we have come to the final session of the 3-day conference, and well, we are just this is the event before the closing ceremony. So the closing ceremony, I mean, is a simple affair just to tie everything, but this is kind of a highlight in the sense that it's a first time. I mean, it's not a signing of any sorts. It's just a kind of listening to you, finding out how we can explore a future collaboration. So that's really what we have planned.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yang berbahagia, Datuk Banda Adam Yi Siu Sang, Miri City Council, Miri City, and yang berusaha Profesor Madya Dr. Pauline Bala, pengerusi bersama eBKF, Councillor John Terawe, Cendekiawan Community ISITI, Councillor, dekan-dekan, pengarah-pengarah, fellow penyelidik, jemputan, dan hadirin sekalian. Kita amat bertuah hari ini. I think it's a pleasure for us. Let me speak in English. I think a bit more comfortable. Right? So it's a day which is memorable for us because it's the first time we are engaging you, sir, in our eBonyo Knowledge Fair, the 8th version this time. You are joining us as a speaker. And well, before we welcome you to say something, let me just highlight the relationship between UNIMAS and Miri has been a very strong relationship because we have been working in rural communities since 1999. And every time we go to these sites, we pass through Miri. So one way or another, I think Miri has been a second home for many of us, and the airport itself is a place, and we do put up in various hotels and all when we come. But at the moment, I will say that the relationship will now need to grow stronger because yesterday during the social event, which we call it as the gala night for celebrating community heroes, we had actually appointed Councillor John Terawe, one of your councillors, as a community scholar. So we have appointed 9 community scholars, and one of them is Councillor John Terawe. And well, so he also spoke his lessons learned and how he has contributed to the eBarrio and other projects. So with this point of recognition and also our previous meeting we had with you, I think it is a start of a long journey that I can see where there is a common interest and there is a kind of an agreement to see how we can work together to see Miri as a smart city, a global place, a place where people want to come back to, and in a way, a successful, sustainable city. So this is really our thoughts on working with Miri City Council as a whole. And what better way can we do that than using the platform eBonyo Knowledge Fair and invite you to address us all. Without further ado, I wish to invite you, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Banda Adam Yi Siu Sang.
Thank you very much, Professor Nara, and very good afternoon to all the distinguished guests or participants in this afternoon's online engagement. Now, first and foremost, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all the participants of this eBonyo Knowledge Fair 2021, eBKF, which is held at Barrio Sub-District in the northern region of Sarawak from 26th to 28th of October 2021. It is a great opportunity for Miri City Council to be invited by the organizer, Institute of Social Informatics and Technological Innovations, ISITI, of University Malaysia Sarawak, UNIMAS, to become a partner of holding the 8th eBKF virtually with the theme of indigenous people and the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, I would like to highlight the fact that Barrio sub-district has become part of the Miri city on 30th of July 2015. And Miri City Council has given attention to the various aspects of the development for this Barrio sub-district. I think I would like to share with all the participants this afternoon that Miri City Council has all along been very very focused on these sustainable development goals. The predecessor of SDGs was the LA21. And within Miri City Council, we have a standing committee that embodies LA21, which is under this Green Community and Environment Development Standing Committee. So what I'm trying to say here is Miri City Council, we pay great attention to this sustainable goals development. So I think it augurs well that Miri City Council now is engaging and collaborating with UNIMAS on these aspects. Yeah. Right now, Miri City Council is actually implementing a sanitary landfill project in Barrio with at a cost of about 2 million ringgit. So this is one of the projects that we are now handling at the Barrio. And at the same time, we have similar kind of waste management projects that we plan for the other smaller settlements like Lompanga and so on. Now, with the application of digital technology, we think that we can collaborate even more, yeah, even more. And of course, Miri City Council, this Barrio being part of Miri City Council or under the jurisdiction of Miri City Council, we also supported Barrio in various cultural aspects. Like we have been supporting this famous food festival at Barrio called the Pesta Lucanan, a celebration of food and fruits. This food event at Barrio, yeah. And of course, we are also promoting Barrio as a place for this inland expedition, jungle trekking and hiking. So with all this sustainable development in mind, Miri City Council has adopted a calculated approach for measured development as the strategy for Barrio sub-district. We would want to make sure that there is no excessive exploitation that leads to the degradation of the beauty, the natural beauty of these highlands. Yeah. So moving forward, I am sure there are many other things that Miri City Council can work together and collaborate with UNIMAS on all these sustainable development goals. Yeah. So with that, I would like to congratulate the organizer, the Institute of Social Informatics and Technological Innovations of University Malaysia Sarawak, UNIMAS, for holding this successful session of eBKF, and to all the attendants and participants. I wish all of you have a pleasant and fruitful conference. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Datuk Banda. Well, as a response to what you have said, I think better than me to say anything, I will just play a video of my Vice Chancellor of UNIMAS, who, when I explained to him the intention to work together, well, these are what he has as his thoughts. And at the same time, he's not able to be today with us because he's in KL, having another meeting which was arranged prior to our simple arrangement, actually. Right? So I'm sorry about that, but he apologizes, and we will play his video.
Thank you.
Respected Mayor Adam He, the Mayor of Miri City Council, it is my great pleasure and honor to be able to play a part in Miri City Council journey to become a globally acknowledged smart city. We are very happy to sign the Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with the Council to acknowledge the long-standing partnership UNIMAS has with indigenous remote communities through Miri as a hub. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, the smart city itself, as mentioned by my Vice Chancellor, that's actually the comment by our Honorable Chief Minister, who said Miri would be the first smart city in the state. So we are just seeing how, well, because our approaches that involve ECT as a university institute is we work with the grassroots, and we go down to the team ground and bring our researchers, work together with the community, and start to look for ways where the ideas from the communities can be brought about and turned into something that can be meaningfully translated into a kind of a value add for the state or the city, right? So this is really, to summarize what my Vice Chancellor has just now shared with you.
All right, thank you, Professor. Yeah.
So would you like to, just comment on that? If not, I just have a short presentation about the idea.
We are fortunate, of course, to be selected as the first city in Sarawak for the implementation of the smart city concept. And for our very smart city concept, proof of concept, we have actually 10 aspects, packages that include Miri Cares and apps that the public can use to message the council on whatever problems or opinions. And we have the smart truck that monitors our scavenging services, the solid waste collection, a smart drain, because certain areas in Miri are rather low-lying, so quite prone to flash floods, especially during heavy downpour. And if we have the king tides. So and then we have the smart bus. This is in line with the Sarawak government to encourage public to start using public transportation again. As you know, over the years, public transportation, the role of public transportation in our society has diminished. Yeah, more and more people are turning into owning their own cars or vehicles. So it is a Sarawak government intention to reintroduce a public transportation to the public. Now we have smart parking, that we have a parking app that digitally monitor the parking. And then we have the Miri tourism apps that, of course, we use these apps to provide the relevant information for visitors to Miri, as well as for Mirians ourselves as well, like places of interest, food, entertainment, and so on. And of course, we have this Safe City. Safe City is that we are installing this CCTV system to monitor so that we can safeguard the safety of the people and also, of course, public property. And similarly, the concept, we have deployed them at our public park. So we have the Safe Park. And we have also started installing digital signage that disseminate information to the public. And lastly, this is something for the Miri City Council internally, what we call ELA2, which stands for Electronic Local Authority Accounting System. So this is an app that enable the council to improve its internal processes and to improve the services to the public. So Miri has been chosen as the pioneer for this smart city concept, and all these 10 applications have been successfully implemented. And of course, some of them are in the process of refining and fine tuning. So I think the whole intention behind all this is how to improve Miri by way of digital technology to be a much better city in terms of council service delivery and also for the convenience of the public. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dato' Banda. I think I can now see why Miri is selected, because of, I think you have been pushing boundaries. I mean, to look at, 10 apps already, and I'm sure you have some more in the pipeline. So the well-being and also safety of the community is at the heart of everything that you're doing. And smart mobility. I mean, there seems to be some directions that I'm seeing from what you just shared with us. Thank you so much.
That's
so,
right. Thank you. Yeah.
Permit me to just share a few slides. I mean, just to highlight how this conference is related to what Miri City has planned.
All right. Thank you.
No, I need to unshare. How can I stop sharing? Sorry. Where's this one? Okay. Global showcase. No, it's all right. Share. All right. Thank you for the opportunity. Let me just share the thoughts of Miri City and sustainable development from the Institute of Social Informatics and Technological Innovation. So in this process, we have already had one virtual meeting. We have this as a record, and we proceed with the concept that we are formulating at the moment in terms of smart city. We would like to use the word people-centric city, right? A city that is sustainable through smart partnerships and based on communities as the core, right? So Miri has got multiple diverse groups. Well, the diversity of Miri itself, I think, is kind of really high compared to many other places, even in Malaysia, right? So we need to look at how sustainable communities can be empowered towards the concept of a people-centered city where people want to come and make it their most livable city. So that's the first idea. And the second idea is on things that happen. I mean, either whether it is the garbage or safety or any of this, or even solving difficult problems. I mean, based on community knowledge as one of the inputs and using public participation. I mean, so apps could be developed for enabling public participation to ensure that ecological harmony. I see some beautiful diagrams of a future Miri. So I can imagine if the involvement of the people and also some playgrounds where the nurturing of balanced global minds, value-filled lifestyles. So these are some of our suggestions for a future Miri where you will have a blend of ecological architecture, cyclic economy, people-friendly systems, and innovation as a way of life. So this is some of the early thoughts that we have charted down, just in line with our brief conversation we had probably about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, right? So this is first one. And well, just to highlight to you that UNIMAS would be happy to play a part in whatever way. And this morning, this was one of the talks where, I mean, we highlighted how we are working with Jabatan Bekalan Air, JBAC, on partnering on technologies and moving them forward. So this is, I mean, in a way, at the high end of digital technologies. And what eBorneo Knowledge Fair would be able to do is, in future sessions, we could look at connecting with communities for impact. And this is what we have done since 1999 when we started our work with eBarrio. Right? So even things like the food fair and all has been a way where we wanted to bring about socio-economic development for the communities by harping on their let's say, their actual expertise, their actual knowledge on farming, their actual knowledge on food value, organic food, and all these terms that come out. I mean, all these indigenous communities that we have worked with, we have seen that they have the wisdom. They have some knowledge which we can bring out as a gift from, let's say, Barrio to the world, for example, or in future we can say a gift from Miri to the rest of the world, right? So this is the kind of concept that we would like to look at. I mean, some of the programs we had in this conference were looking at preserving cultural heritage and preserving folk songs. I mean, so I think Miri would be, because your sub-district, all this came from youth from your own sub-district of Barrio, actually. So now the youths are very dynamic. They're doing some things which are really benchmarked with the best in the world, right? So you can see that there's tremendous potential. There's really a unique way of, in a way, seeing how a university and the city, together with industries and other stakeholders, make a difference for a long-term, sustainable global development. With that, thank you very much, Datuk Vanda, for your attention.
Thank you, Professor.
So I guess that's all we had planned for this session, actually. I mean, it is just, I mean, it wasn't like a normal conference where, I mean, you have very serious talks. But our eBorneo Knowledge Fair is always people-centered. And we have actually listened to those people who are from Long Tanit, I mean, saying their minds. And, we have listened to how communities are dealing with COVID-19 pandemic. So we have actually become much more enriched by the various sharings from various parties. And today, by listening to you, I think this is a start of another journey. So that's as much as what I would like to comment. And what I would like to do now is I would like to open the floor. If anyone has any questions, we will just open the floor to questions. And well, after that, we will be able to close the session in about, let's say, about 5 minutes time. I will just seek any questions from those who are present today. Is there any questions? Roger, do you have any questions?
I just posted one.
Well, you can read it.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much, Datuk Vanda. I'm really pleased to meet you, even virtually, and wonderful to hear the plans that you're proposing. And I look very much forward, as Nara was saying, to my next visit to Miri. I never spend long there, but I'm always happy to be there because I know it's on the way to Barrio, which we all love. So my question, I mean, I don't want to be abrupt, but it puzzled me always how it works with Barrio being such a long way from Miri and yet part of the city. So I'm just wondering, is it polite to ask, how does Barrio benefit from the Miri Smart City initiative? seeing that it's so far distant?
Okay, good afternoon, Dr. Roger. Thank you for the question. I think specific to what Miri City can actually benefit Barrio, I think one of the obvious way is to enhance the tourist potential for Barrio by way of these smart tourism apps that we have. We can put more information relating to Barrio in this smart app so that people visiting Miri may come to know about Barrio and may decide to visit Barrio. And I have also mentioned, we are quite mindful of the fact that we have to make sure that all this development has to be in a sustainable manner. Yeah, we would not want to degrade the environment there if it is not properly managed.
Thank you, Dr. Banda. Well, is there? Well, I think that there are some other questions for other places like Long Banga and all. I think people look like looks like everybody wants to see how their own home ground will benefit, Dr. Banda. So I guess, yeah.
Yeah, of course, you know, tourism is one, but as I said, Miri City Council has actually planned to look into having a better waste management system for all these other settlements. Yeah, Long Banga is one of them. Yeah.
Thank you, Datuk. I think that probably in a way is as much as we would like to have a chat with you. I mean, thank you so much for your willingness to be with us today. I mean, it's an honor and it's a privilege for us to be together. And well, I see that you are so informal and so willing to join us as one of us. So we truly appreciate that. And I can tell you that you have some friends in Sarawak, I mean, from Kuching, from Kota Samarahan, who are willing to see in what way either our staff or our students, how we can come together and we can sign some memorandum of understanding to see how we can take it to another level. I think this is really as much as I can say for today. And well, you have well, the commitment of the whole team of Institute of Social Informatics, who would be happy to partner Miri City.
Thank you very much, Professor Nara. I, on behalf of the Miri City Council, would like to thank all of you, and we really would want to look forward to work together and see how together we can bring more sort of a development and benefits to the people in Barrio sub-district. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your attendance and thank you to everybody for this session.
Professor Nara, this is John from Barrio.
Yes, Councillor.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. And then of course, Dr. Roger is there. And I think I just want to promote here that I'm a member of the appointed by the Mayor is to promote Miri City as a second home. And I know Dr. Roger is very interested to be very close to the interior. I know you have a house in, penthouse in KK. And then I think it's high time for Dr. Roger to look at Miri as a second home. King, I just want to say that. Dr. Roger.
Thanks, John. Yeah, I'd love to do that. And now that I'm retired, although I don't feel like it, I mean, I retired once a few years ago. I'd like to retire again. I'll certainly take up your suggestion.
Yeah, Roger, you can
Bandar.
Okay.
Dr. Bandar will know to explain to you.
So Dr. Bandar, you can see that we have some very enterprising individuals on our fellows, well, including Councillor John and Dr. Roger. I think we are probably going to be your fans soon.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much to everybody. We have actually, well, I mean, we still have some time, but then I see that the questions are very interesting. That, I mean, people are looking at what more we can do. So there is a inquisitiveness from all of us to see, because it's like it's the first time we have a mayor who's sitting with us. So I think we are kind of also looking at it from another potential, I mean, development plans and all that. So what I would just like to say is we will go back and we will also think of some wonderful ideas where we can have a win-win relationship. So that's all that I can say for now. Thank you once again for joining us. And all of you be ready for the closing ceremony, which will come next. For now, we'll just take a short break. Thank you again.